come into week 2 with quite a job at hand to try to recover this split, and they're going to try and do it kicking things off here against GE, who, by the way, did start very well last week and even earlier on this week. On this map, I must say, too, has sent Autumn back onto that Yoru. He looked fantastic against Full Sense right here. If he can back that up again today, it is going to be a tough day at the office for Nongshim, and they might be starting 0-3 in Split 2.
Should be very brutal, not just for the team, but also for the fans here. Spurring them on. You can see right there, last play Jet 2022.
There you go.
In July.
Well,
so we are 4
RB on
years
Jet.
off the last day.
It's surely like riding a bike, isn't it? You just pick it back up, you get back on, no worries.
Yeah, there's definitely no intricate movement and micro, and
You just got to pedal.
well, let's see if he's going to be able to hold on. As it looks like Nongshim maybe anticipating a bit of a mid-push. It's kind of been the flavor here in Pacific when it comes to Ascent, that opening pistol.
Yes.
No crunch to be seen. Said Global, they're stacking up here at B Lobby. They're ready for this trap. Does Nongshim fall into it is the question.
Yeah, a bit more of a forward hold. It certainly seems as though Nongshim are headed in that direction. It's going to be a difficult one to get past, particularly if that paranoia from Patman does connect.
Well, there's that first contact. Hasn't needed it yet. Now will be sent flying. Tuck in behind the box. Extros and Francis trying to stay in cover, but Autumn able to find a kill. Extros peels back one. RB will get taken down, and this is a very good trap sprung here. Is Ivy now going to be found in mid as well?
Yeah, brilliant start for GE. Exactly as you'd like it to go. As soon as those players come around the corner, that first kill goes the way of GE. Because they have so many players there, then they're able to continue trading that down easily and effectively. And not much chance for Nongshim unless they win this exact duel right here. Even then, you sort of have those numbers that can sort of stabilize the situation. And good shot hit by Autumn, and at that point, Patman and Harvey starting to come in and reinforce as well. So Easy does it for GE on the
Hit him with the Vamos.
Very well set up now. Just complete pivot. Now they have the A side stacked. As Yutan. Jump spot. Questions, Francis, has he seen Autumn there at Wine? Patman at the ready, and oh, Yutan just pre-firing the angle to find Dambi. RB will be able to get one, but much more able to be found here as Extros just staying tucked into the corner. Ivy once again going on a walk.
Ivy has a crazy time.
But it's the last one standing, and he's going to be caught from the left-hand side as Crystal. Okay, well, plants his feet. Clean shot. Survives with a health, and overall, pretty clean anti-eco.
I needed that headshot to survive. You'll take it as GE, that's for sure. I think the good signs obviously for GE already. Patman, who might have started slowly last week.
What's up, YouTube? What's up?
This week he seems to be on the board early.
How we doing?
Very happy to make these aggressive moves on the Yoru that we saw him having so much success with in that game against Full Sense as well on the defense. So
Guys, give me just
early days, but pieces looking pretty good so far for GE. Always nice to see Yudotan fragging early as well.
Patman calling for a judge. He's got it in hand. He's going to look to try to ruin their day.
I'm not sure that he's going to really be too proactive.
What's up, YouTube?
Holding by tree, you can't push any further with that judge. Don't really want to be holding middle at a long range with a weapon like that one. So he'll probably just stay put for the moment, maybe come pivoting back over to A if there is anything spotted out by Autumn, who does have that gate crash available to get out. He'll probably have a little bit of look here.
Trying to bait this.
Okay, they gotta dig out Autumn and Wine.
We'll now have that.
Probably waiting for his
Know that he's going to have that quick little exit, so we'll take the gate crash over to relative
gate
safety.
crash. Yep.
I think he's going to re-wrap over to Heaven. Meanwhile, Nongshim re-wrapping towards B. It's been quiet on this front here for Ivy. Drone just now coming through. He'll look to clear that out, and overall, that's not going to be a ton of info gained for Global.
No, but they still have quite a bit of space. Nongshim didn't really clear out A main. That's now been re-cleared by GE, so they get that early information, and as a result, Autumn is already back on his way to B.
Yeah, double check over to main off the back of that paranoia sense, and now they're starting to get the key information that they need. As up and over, slide through the nanos, shrugging off that damage for now.
Okay, nobody got tagged.
Forward into this site, and Crystal, well, he's going to be able to draw first blood. RB struck down.
Missed both blinds. Okay, this is big. Oh.
Gets himself a second. Yutan gets a piece of the action, and that's just going to be Francis dead. Bonus is converted.
What's up? What's up?
And, uh-oh, Global esports.
Doing good, doing good.
Great, aren't they? They are just reading this game to perfection. They have their players where they need them to be. They're making the moves at the right times. They're getting that info outside of A main, like we highlighted. Autumn very quick over to the B site, but what's
How are you
also more
guys? How are
important
you
is that was
guys?
a really well played round by Harvey, just sitting back in that boat shed. You're not necessarily expecting that double up as Nongshim. And so he bides his time so nicely, gets that crucial kill. Yudotan picks off of that as well. And together, they close that site. So everything working perfectly in tandem right now for GE.
A little bit of a half investment here. It's going to be rough around the edges for Nongshim. So let's listen in and see what the comps sound like as they try to pull off a thrifty here in round number 4.
확인.
레디.
툭박을 한다.
스모크 치고 망사.
제니 애들 시작해.
하나, 둘, 셋. 헤븐, 헤븐, 제트 헤븐.
자, 박샷. 해븐들. 리테인 듯. 하나 더.
Oh.
하나 더. 조심. 아울러. 갔다 숨어.
Longshim, get this round.
나 스모크 안 돼. 15초야. 빠를게.
해븐들.
헤븐
나
안
슛만
나오게
볼게.
빨아서만.
나 슛만 볼게.
헤븐 안 나오게 빨아서 싸워. 나 왼쪽도 아까 볼게. 나 젠낙하봄.
물수방울 있고.
나 스모크 3초.
슛만 본다 얘들아.
헤븐 벌렸는데.
Off to a very good start. Just RB. Casualty on the entry. 3 more players to try to get through to make
Game
this
is going
thrifty
good.
go.
We just started.
Being recovered, the drop down
It's gonna be a good
Crystal
game.
taken out of the equation, and Autumn cannot find anything else. It's going to be a thrifty pulled off here as Xross gets the 3K and Nongshim get on the board.
Yeah, a little bit awkward for GE. The initial defense on A just not quite going their way. And when you inevitably are having to push all together from the same line, it's going to get a little bit awkward at that point. You thought when Yudotan picks that kill up, you're like, okay, well, this round is pretty much over. But 2 headshots from 2 different sheriffs. Ivy and Xross getting the crucial kills in the round, and at that point, yeah, just a flood back in. You're all coming from one angle. It's a little bit too easy for Nongshim to cover. They've retrieved a couple of weapons there as well. So
Yeah,
a bit
what's
of a
up?
mishap, but for GE, they'll look at that and hope that it's just going to be a small speed bump.
Yeah, I want that just to be a minor blip here. As Knives are going to be able to take that
Ooh.
first blood there as Dombey's going to be struck down. RB still looking for the entry. Dashes
Okay.
in, but Francis is able to find Batman. Oh, still out into the open though. Now Autumn finds
Where's
the kill,
everybody
immediately puts the
else?
mask on. 5 health
3v3.
Skate crash as well. He doesn't have a real exit strategy.
Yeah,
here, so
Bella
to push back into
Tricks.
A main,
Let me know
use
what
space.
you.
Maybe try to get
Let me
something done here
know.
from main now.
All he has to do is be annoying. He can get
What's
himself
your
down for it,
question?
draw some attention away, but with Crystal falling now, he has a bit more of a responsibility.
Let's try to make something happen.
Bottom's low.
Attempt a gate crash to the corner.
Would be bold.
He also very easily wall banged through that box, so maybe just
Big
a fake
TP.
and then a swing on it. Trying to see if he could bait them. Yeah, will just be that fake going through. They spot it out though. Know that he's still going to be a main, even though they still haven't been able to take him down. Xross now will find it. Ivy on a rewrap. Javi, none the wiser. We'll just have to try to back away and hold on to this Odin. So it's going to be a second round built up here for Nongshim.
Yeah, the difficulty there with Crystal going down is it kind of feels like then the onus goes on to Autumn to be the one to kind of push the issue back into the site. You don't really
Yeah,
have
respect
the
the
abilities of
hustle.
guy coming
I
through from
respect
heaven
the
to
hustle.
really have that much impact.
He's found him.
Harvey will go down. And obviously Autumn was on 5 HP, so there's really only so much that he can do. Nongshim, nice resurgence. 2 rounds in a row off the back of the thrifty. GE's money starting to get a little bit lower here. And the initial setup, again, looked pretty good for GE, but 2 quick trades through from Nongshim. They roll their way over that site. That, I think, was the crucial kill in my mind. Crystal losing that duel makes that retake so much harder for GE.
아 짜증나 이석이 죽잖아 자.
Apparently Nongshim's pretty happy with things.
Yeah, a little bit of Noribang going on there. Vibe starting to pick up. Maybe just needing to find their footing here. Like you said, get back on the bike, shake off the rust a little bit. We'll see though. I mean, still very good opportunity for them to more than rescue this half. I mean, they are going to be starting from that attacker's side, so we'd expect that Global's going to come out on top once we do hit that halftime break. But Dombey dead. Another key early advantage in the hands of Global. See if that can translate into a round win on their own half buy.
Hefty defense over towards B, and remember, Autumn can come across pretty quickly as well. There are some upgraded weapons. Rifle here for Crystal.
Oh, that's a dink on RB. Down 10 health, he's still able to find 1, but the trade back is going to be good.
Oh,
Autumn.
Autumn.
Second, and now suddenly it is just Ivy. Left standing in a 1v3.
Crystal's just got to survive for now, try and provide time for that rotate to come across. This is a good force from GE.
Tap of the door, they know that he hasn't evacuated the area. Paranoia going to be sent flying, the peek in, spots them all out. There's just no way to try to get this planted. He has to take the fight to them. And as he tries, Yudotan will strike him down. So Global Esports not quite a thrifty, but damn near close. Will stop Nongshim in the tracks.
Yep. It's a nice recovery from GE. Things got a little bit awkward, a little bit messy in the mid there, but responded quite nicely. Crucial kill again from Crystal, tasked with that Phantom in hand as well. He had to have some kind of impact. Autumn continues to be impressive here on Ascent. This is fast becoming, I would say, his best map of the split so far. He's looking very, very comfortable on the Yoru. I wouldn't be too surprised if we started to see that a little bit more from GE the deeper we go into this split as well.
Okay, Autumn with the op and wine.
Oh. Is that a
They have an heavy emphasis on
kill
A.
on Autumn, I don't think.
Nongshim should try to hit top mid.
Thanks, Ross. It's been a little while since he's been playing Sova, I suppose. Now, Patman could absolutely wreck the day.
Oh.
Hot shot through. X-Ross going to be struck down, and they get out scot-free. Not a lick of damage going to be suffered at all here on the Global Esports side of things.
Nongshim just so tentative to go around that corner. They know there's multiple players there, so in the end, decide to slow things down. But you're still going to have to push your way in at some point, and it's a slow progression from Nongshim rather than a committed hit this time around. They do take that tree control. They've got a little bit of space in mid here as well. Danby starting to work the angles. GE hunting for info. It might be Autumn's job now on A.
Hey, they're gonna split the
to make a bit of a
B.
push and see what he can see. For now, just calling to the team.
GE
there's
should
nothing he can
know.
rotate off, and again, GE set up pretty well for this hold.
Spotted out RB. Here's the approach coming through. Danby trying to lead the charge. Javi on that peak, just trying to play in. Crystal tucked in behind the box, and he will be able to find himself his
Oh,
second kill.
Crystal with 2.
Just not fast enough reactions from Nongshim, but Ivy very snappy on that one. The face out
Oh.
is back around the corner, 24 health.
I must wait.
Clear the camera. This puts a lot more pressure on RB's shoulders.
I mean, Ivy's stuck. There's nowhere for him
He's
to go. They're
completely
going to try
pinned
and dig him out.
Oh, they're gonna try to double peek.
Breaking the door and RB falling.
Oh.
It's a catastrophe.
I
Clean
love this.
retake here from Global.
I have to say, GE are really playing a fantastic game on a fundamental level. You know, this is nothing too fancy necessarily from them. You don't see any individuals kind of popping off, winning
Thanks
clutches
for
and
the
anything like
sub,
that,
thanks
but
for the
just way
sub,
that they're
thank you.
holding the sights and playing off of each other. That early fight taken from Boatshed, it sort of opens the door up a little bit.
Trying to get to
Once you
500
coming from the side,
followers.
GE are playing
Or
off of each other
500
really
subscribers.
nicely. Looking very comfortable. This was a little bit fortunate, but a nice sort of heads-up play. And Crystal's only able to do that because I think it was Harvey at the backside that had already taken the contact. They're a little bit concerned, preoccupied with where Harvey is, and then Crystal gets the easy 2K. So the setups are looking great from GE. They're hitting the shots that they should be hitting. They're up 5-2 right now, and yeah, it's not looking
What's
great for
up? What's
Nongshim.
up?
We had high hopes for RB coming onto this jet, and so far that has not been
Oh,
delivered.
why is the screen tearing?
No, not at all. Although, in his own right, does have 3. Danby has really been the one struggling here so far. A couple early, somewhat unlucky picks on himself, but needs to start getting activated now as Ivy. There's a
Is it me or is it the
and knows that he doesn't want to re-swing that corner.
100%. B-side's
Play
gonna be
this
taken.
back. Paranoia
The
ends up going out
stream?
wide. Haven't completely missing the mark on that one, and Ivy will be able to collect. Clone to lead the way. This double phase going to be going in, and Ivy nearly. I thought he was going to be able to find that reset. Either way, he has bought an immense amount of time and space for the rest of the team.
has to be the stream, right?
And for the 2 remaining players on Global, this is fairly unassailable. You've got cash. You can absolutely try to put a dent in them, but Dambi's went away from an overdrive. X-Ross not too far from having that Hunter's Fury online, so giving them the charge, probably not worth the risk.
I agree. It's an impossible retake, you'd think. Give that one up. I mean, you'd put that down to just a bit of individual brilliance from Ivy, really. He gets the 3K in that round. First kill, he pops that neural theft. And so, I'm not sure that that's going to be something that Nongshim can take too much heart in just yet. Particularly if they lose a couple more guns on the way out here.
That one you're allowed to lose out on. That was just RB with the knives. Downbeat wanting this kill on Autumn, trying to get that operator out, make sure that he has to rebuy it, but won't quite be able to displace Autumn. He gets stuck
Oh
in.
yeah, it's a
That's gonna be
stream.
saved.
The hell?
3rd round found here for Nongshim, and a little bit more damage dealt.
Not necessarily going to be a replicable round, though. It's just big individual stuff from Ivy.
Or
Good
not
kill
my
stuff
stream,
into
the
Yudotan, and
VCT
then,
stream.
as you said, Patman just caught a little bit unawares, and a 3rd nice and clean from Ivy as GE tried to salvage that round, but kind of ran into a brick wall. Do have Yudotan with the overdrive here. Not Yudotan, Danby, I should say. We'll see what comes from that for Nongshim.
Tommy peek.
Well, though, it's
Autumn.
closer to this next Hunter's Sphere. It would be a second one built up, but man, how does Autumn get out of there?
I think team's going to have to be really prepared for GE on this ascent. They are looking fantastic on this map, particularly Autumn on the Yoru.
Another pot shot out, but it's going to be RB. Eliminated is Javi. Finds that kill.
Oh.
Dami on the peak. Is able to find
Ooh.
Autumn and Crystal.
Davi,
Gets himself a third,
3.
and okay.
Get the ace. Get the
Seems like he
ace.
might have just woken up a bit.
Yeah, Dumby just got a little bit too much space.
Spike planted.
Doors open.
Camera set up
Whoa,
to
what a
shoot the little
cam.
bit.
Yep.
It heard the footsteps, I'm sure, as well. They knew that approach was going to be coming in, but that second little added layer of protection, now a tripwire on this market exit. Dami, that's a
Oh,
little bit of an overheat. Doesn't quite have to go for that one, but
Enemy remaining.
nice.
should have picked up the pieces.
So 1v2 though.
Now into a 1v2. Patman, he's going to like his odds on this.
Certainly will. Try and get a bit more space with that dark cover. Hasn't seen either of these two players just yet. Has no idea exactly
Oh,
where they are. He
Ivy.
drops now into the 1v1.
You guys have
There's
time.
no shock darts, but he just doesn't really have the time. Hold the half the swing to come in!
No way.
And he's got it.
Wow, what a clutch from Patman.
Handing over.
Nah,
the keys
that's
to the kingdom and
crazy,
rip this clutch
insane.
Into the hands of Patman. Because they overheat, they overpeak.
There is no way he should be getting away with that. I mean, it was looking pretty grim. Dambi gets an insane 3K to get into the site for Nongshim, and then brilliance from Patman again. So cool in the clutch. You would think it's impossible. And there was really nothing given to him necessarily. I mean, Ivy going down there, sure, could have he played a little bit safer maybe, but I don't think there was any massive mistakes really made by Nongshim in that 2v1.
Damn, Patman too
Just
cold.
Patman doing what he does.
It should have never gotten to that point, but also
True.
you could just stay tucked, wait for a tap of the spike, then activate, then start moving together. Rather than allowing him to get these isolated picks. That should have been an unlosable round for Nongshim.
Could be a very losable round. In fact, actually for Nongshim here.
He's trying to make that judge go, and will be Yunathon able to find the one, but now Javi out with the Hunter's Fury, cleans up Dami, the duel is dead. Paranoia is sent over towards Cat. Xros will be able to find the one, but he's completely blinded up, and Patman will just run him down. Swap over to the gun, it's a right click across, Ivy down to 30. Now, very much similar scenario for Nongshim, where it feels like this should be impossible, and it would take a hell of a lot for Global to end up surrendering this one over.
Spike down.
Nice solid
A.
shot from Autumn. Cleans up Ivy, and he very much has a bead on where Francis is coming from. That drone will confirm the info, and another easy 2K for Autumn. GE are powering through this first half.
And now here's my big question. As the timer continues to tick, not this previous round, the one before that, the one that Nongshim absolutely should have had done,
Sure.
that they squandered, we still have not seen a timeout call. Just last week, I watched Silkenon call a timeout after they lost a pistol. How is there no intervention after a massive overheat round? Like the one we saw 2 rounds ago. Maybe they just really believe in this defender side. But I feel like they absolutely need everything they can get from this attack.
Yeah, you certainly have to be pretty confident in your second half, your second map even potentially at this point as well for Nongshim, because this is starting to look a bit like a 4
Ivy. Ooh.
Clean from Ivy.
Nice kill from Ivy.
Ivy has a nasty vandal. They're gonna
Solid
crunch.
start for them, and Dami able to find Yunathon before the door gets shut, so okay.
Oh
Patman
no,
still standing, and Dami
no.
now dead. Gets us back into a 3v3, mind you. There is still a lockdown available, and the spike is stranded in market.
Yeah, that's not a good place for it to be. Quite difficult to actually retrieve. The drone's going to find it as well. Patman! Oh, he almost does it all on the site alone.
Guys, what does Ivy have to do?
Ooh, the reveal. That's more damage going to be found. Ivy is down to 14 health.
It's a 2v2.
Crystal, he's just been tabling this lockdown. He hasn't needed to invest this at all.
Nongshim just pausing, hoping to draw GE into their crosshairs. Eventually, they're going to have to make a move.
Ivy's going to change up the position. He's going to try to see if he can catch them off guard, make them think and
Oh.
hope that they believe that both players are playing there within the site. But lockdown now going to be invested. Big reveal onto Francis. Tagged through the
He
wall.
has to fight.
You have to go forward. It's your only recourse. There's nothing else to do. You have to try to swing that corner, but Javi will have him dead from market. The Odin will be carried over. It's an 8th round for Global Esports. And as they go into the last round of the half, Nongshim again just don't have much money.
Yeah, and the fundamentals also, again, just far too good for GE. They are so cool, calm, and collected. They seem to be so in sync, no matter what the situation is. Clutches, comfortable, 2v2s, comfortable. Even when they lose the opening pick or two, the recovery is great. This from Danby causing a couple of issues, but I think it was that kill from downtown from Harvey that really changed the way this round actually played out. That was the one that caught the spike in market. Had they had it in the 3-on-3, Nongshim might have been able to walk their way into that B site, get a quicker plan, and put that time pressure back on GE, but they had to go on a bit of a recovery mission first.
It's a 3v5 at its peak.
Indeed.
And now you're going into the last round of this half. Half armors abound, the operator's still in hand, the Odin's still there. Dimensional drift. And X-Ross needs to find something with his Hunter Sphere. It feels like his Patman. Are you sticking that? X-Ross is not watching for it.
Oh.
What?
The one you had, the one that he had just built up, it's gone.
Okay.
And for a second, it looked like Patman was going to be able to get so much more.
Still, it is causing such a ruckus for Nongshim that it's kind of eaten away at about a minute's worth of their time to play this round. Not to mention, like you said, the Hunter's Fury out of the picture as well, so you're limiting the resources of Nongshim. If they can even find themselves a plan here, they're going straight into the setup in mid.
Mid fight.
Quick peek, a kill, the knives out, Yonatan finding himself in second. And I think it's time to stick a fork in this, at least for the half, because this is donezo. Nami maybe could try to make me eat my words, but no, he is blinded up, absolutely screwed, and it's going to be 9-3. Global Esports well out in front.
Yeah, 100%. This change up from Nongshim has not worked. We'll maybe get to see whether or not RB has some more success on the defense on that jet, but by and large, this whole half was really dominated by GE. I think there was a couple of rounds in there as well where you'd look at it and say Nongshim probably could have won maybe two more. They were in advantageous positions a couple of times that they really did let slip, and that has cost them dramatically with that scoreline.
Yeah, at least 2 rounds.
Yes.
Colossally tossed.
Yep.
So this absolutely could have been a 7-5.
You can't afford that, especially like at this level, right? You know, I think you say, okay, we're only in week 2, right? We've got time to kind of come back into this split, and you know, there's a changed up format this time around, but let's be real, you're going to be 0-3 right now after 2 weeks of play. It cannot be a good time to be in the Nongshim camp, right? That's going to be a mental breaker. On the other hand, you're obviously giving these potentially giving these championship points over to a team like GE, who is, by the way, right on your heels. So I think this is the worst case scenario, really, for Nongshim. Early days, obviously, in this game, but if it continues the way that it has so far, GE are going to walk away with a win, and they're going to walk away with a 3-0 start to the season, and all the momentum that comes with that as well.
I mean, coming into this, Nongshim was already kind of handicapped a little bit because of just the map draft alone. They've been perma-banning the Summit, especially after what Global showed.
Sure.
On Summit, you have to continue to ban that, but that just allows for Global to be like, okay, well, you've been looking pretty rough on Ascent, so we just pick that, and it should be pretty much a guaranteed map win. But then Nongshim still continue to try to change up the roles here. It feels like we're back in stage 1, where, you know, Yoru just gotten nerfed. They were
trying to figure things out.
You know, Danby on Phoenix, putting him out there, and having Francis play Neon. It feels like we're kind of back to that, but it doesn't need to be that way. I think if they just stuck with the comps that they had been running and just shored those up, you'd be finding a lot more success compared to what we're seeing at the moment.
Well, unfortunately, you're not in the coaching booth for Nongshim.
Could do. It's like a second walk. It's going to go down.
Triple hold mid.
I don't know how the language barrier would go. I mean, you've got a bit of
Pardon
Korean
me.
under your belt.
Well, I mean, I think I could get through.
Yeah.
You go, this comp,
Guys, it's
Sadeki.
B.
I have no idea what that means, but...
That's why it means trash.
Okay.
Not liking it so far.
Yeah, fair enough. GE trying to make
They're gonna flood in.
here.
Okay. Well, X-Ross
Oh.
able to find himself a second and third now.
X-Cross.
It's like maybe they can just find his pistol. His
Oh,
arm running bullets.
guys.
Cleans up Ivy and now gets it down into a 1v1. X-Ross low on health. Takes a TP. X-Ross
X-Ross
now
knows.
has it confirmed. The swing. The reset.
Oh,
And
Autumn
gets it done.
4K.
X-Ross ran out of bullets, and Autumn at that point, he knew he had it. 10-3.
Damn.
GE
Nongshim
can do
needed
no
that
wrong
round.
on Ascent. Another clutch goes their way. That was just an all-out brawl on B, and you thought for a second maybe Nongshim have the numbers. They actually did.
Damn,
have the
somebody
numbers.
was
They had
walking away
4
with the
players
4K.
over to B. There was a pre-rotate. They were ready for that. and yet GE still somehow find a way to come away with the win. It's that clean kill onto Ivy that Autumn gets that actually makes that possible. If he has to use any more bullets, he might be in trouble there, but in the end, he's provided enough space by that quick kill that he can reset and win the 1v1 to close that round out, and frankly, maybe close this map out too.
And I mean, I know that you are playing from the defender side, and this isn't a map point for Global, but sure.
Whoa.
Oh my God, jump scare. Javi still able to find the one, but Autumn just leaving him to his own devices. Jumps out of there. Meanwhile, Ivy just able to find the one kill. But I was going to say, I'm still shocked that I don't see a force buy here from Nongshim, given the deficit.
Yeah, I think it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. There's not really the right choice per se. Plan's going to go down. Ross and Francis obviously will try to put something together here. And it's not impossible with some sharp shooting, but the lines are long, and you've got a couple of sharpies on the other side of that. Crystal will fall, but Patman and Autumn do not.
Hey,
And it's a bit of
take
a
down 2 guns.
So 11-3, GE claim that round. Nongshim, of course, here do have money for the buy now because they don't buy in that previous round. But essentially what you're asking for them is now 10 in a row. And that is a pretty tough offer.
It rarely happens. It has happened, it can happen, but it rarely happens.
One enemy remaining.
Runbacks like that,
What do our,
about as rare as a 13-0. Shout outs to crew. But 19-7 Autumn has just been, it's just been dumpstering.
It's the same thing as we saw earlier on in the week. You know, I think he's really thrown down the gauntlet for GE's opponents going forward to say, beware of what we can do on Ascent. And honestly, I'd love to see him on this Yoro a little bit more because it seems like he's just so comfortable on it.
Dash back, RB having to give up that space. Well, Dambi, okay, scale forward, over at tree. Looks like Yudatan's going to be contained into the corner.
Okay.
This looks like a good anti-bonus.
Double swing.
Surely.
Last player standing.
Yeah, look, not really too much put into that round by GE. They're kind of just deciding, you know what, we're going to try and walk our way forward, aim dual Nongshim, see what we can do around tree. You're not really seeing much of the attacking side there. They've still kind of kept that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit of a testing round to see how easily can we actually get through Nongshim today. The answer is, you know, you do actually have to dig a little bit deeper than that, but I think it's worth a try, particularly when you're up 11-3 as GE, just to see what you can get away with.
Well, Crystal with the Sheriff might still be good for at least a kill here, but trying to break this high-low.
One would be a dream here.
Hey, if he gets it done.
30 seconds left.
Smattering of damage. RB down to a one-tap range, but okay, Francis around the back out from main. We'll be able to catch him. A flawless, exactly what Nongshim need if they are going to try to run this back 10 in a row.
9 now. So with each passing round, it theoretically gets a little bit easier. Nice opening duel from Dambi. And he got a couple there as well with the backup of Francis. So overall, these Nongshim guys can still shoot when they get given the right opportunity. But I suspect what GE is going to have for us on this attack is not really going to give them such easy rounds going forward.
Dambi is trying to keep the energy flowing here for the team.
It's a tough ask.
Bro, there's still screen tearing.
7 rounds up, Global Esports. Another full buy behind this. See if they can push this up to match point, or Nongshim going to be able to get themselves a fifth.
Trap play? It's a trap play, and they just shut it down.
Let's just go B, I think. Let's just use it on B. Okay.
Omen jet guys, Omen jet A.
Let me lurk this one, Prince. Can you guys go B? I think you ulti from mid, okay? Oh yeah, just push your TP, just shoot your TP. Let's do the simple B. Okay. Let me fake A also. I use one spot, just smoke CT, okay? You just go market, okay?
One ulti now.
This one.
Oh no, minus 80, 3 mid, 3 mid. Cypher B, Cypher should be B.
Let me just fight them. I cannot smoke you boys, I just smoke market, okay?
Oh,
Able to find RB with that headshot. It wasn't quite
RB needs this kill.
It said, but with that Vandal, we'll be able to
Okay,
make it so.
1v1.
Javi now, last one standing.
1v2. Now it's a 1v1.
This one's down to 45, but he manages to isolate this into a 1v1.
He's got that fast rotate as well. He is going to beat Ivy to the side. Should be able to get a plant down here. Oh, he's going for an open plant.
Oh,
We'll hear Ivy.
Yeah,
30 seconds
here's
left.
it. Has to get off of it there for now. Recon to the back, tuck forward into the cage. Ivy just waiting this one as the drone will come through. Drop down, just trying to collect it. Oh,
Javi's
this is
so
down all
low.
the way to 5 HP.
No.
I mean, how do they keep getting GE cannot keep getting away with every single clutch of the game.
Bro, he
It's
was so
another one that shouldn't
low.
be
A right
done.
click.
That is
But he gets the
insane
headshot.
that he manages to win that out. And unfortunately, Ivy's going to be kicking himself, but he's been doing so much to try to keep this team afloat.
Yeah, I mean, he got the crucial kill, by the way. We got, during the listen in there, Autumn was sort of wrapping into that B side, I think, with the dimensional drift, but Ivy knocked him over. Had that kill gone the other way, that's an easy round for GE. In the end, it comes down to the clutch. It doesn't matter. Ivy still drops it, so 12-4. Nongshim are getting obliterated right now on Ascent.
I guess when Crystal said 1 HP, he was telling Javi 1 HP is all you need. You've got this. Cover going out. The extra 4 was just a bonus, but okay. Early damage found again. Crystal tagged to 14, but I'm
Speechless.
I feel like I just can't even count these as advantages found.
No.
Until the round is over and it's in the hands of Nongshim, Global Esports are winning as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, potential push into the A site here brewing, although looks like GE are on their way.
GE are gonna hit B.
Gate crash.
But they might take a mid fight first.
A lot of mid control established for Nongshim. All it would take for them is to maybe catch one of these players on the cross, but Extros isn't that far progressed. RB's now having a bit of a look. Harvey needs to be careful here. You can't
Oh,
be losing that duel as Ivy.
RB needing to deliver more than just the one that he was able to find.
big duel.
Also that Hunter's Fury, empty-handed, but does manage to redraw the weapon. Cleaning up a kill onto Yutan. 2v3 with a spike.
Autumn has the spike. Oh, they may have stranded spike.
That's the round done and dusted unless Patman can kill
Yep, no time.
But Extros can just stay tucked away. Francis will find him on that swing, and okay, Nongshim stay afloat for now.
I wasn't really prepared to call a spade there just yet for Nongshim, because I thought maybe there's still a chance Patman could get this done. We've seen stranger things in this game. 12-5 though. A little bit of a fumble from GE. This looked like it was a done thing, but that kill through the smoke into B main, dropping the spike. It's kind of just bad luck really there for Autumn. Good spam, you know, good intuition from Francis, but on another day, maybe those shots don't hit. So not a concern necessarily just yet for GE. 12-5 scoreline. They've still got a lot of time to close this out, but they will be taking a save in this round.
Okay, we have 3 ults for
Can
GE.
have an impact with that Blade Storm.
Only real ult
Right into one of the trips.
is Ivy's in the retake. Oh, okay, that was the kill. Oh my god.
Exactly where Patman had ended up, and they managed to flush him out, so like they're very easily going to avoid giving over the trophy this time around.
Double swing.
Crystal will still do well to find the one, but not much more for Autumn to do but to swing out and die.
Let's see if he can get something done before that, but in the end, having to seal his fate. 12-6, Nongshim. You know, doing a little better, I suppose, in this second half, but it's really not enough to get too excited about just yet. This is a game that sort of feels like it's in a holding pattern until we get to such a point where Nongshim realistically do feel like they can make this retake or recovery happen, or until obviously GE do eventually close this out.
Timeout.
Wow, they do exist.
Apparently.
But strangely enough, it's Global Esports,
yeah.
of course, who are calling the first time out. Platoon just wanting to
Wow,
bring this
Nongshim
down to
didn't call a
10.
single timeout.
I think, you know, you've had your fun, you've had your opportunity as GE to try to close this out as a 5 without necessarily having any input from the coach, but let's try to nip this in the bud before it gets too outrageous. Look at this as GE and say, we've still got a lot of time to close this game out, but we saw what happened yesterday to Paper X. Let's not have the same thing happen to us.
Couple claps there. Platoon just trying to keep the boys jazzed up. Still a very comfortable lead. Take 6 more in a row for Nongshim to get this into overtime. The moment still feels unthinkable. But into this though, a lot of half armors, 4 players, 2 halves, 2 regions. So if RB can get that outlaw online yet again, this could be pretty brutal.
patient early setup from both teams. A little bit of movement happening over towards B main for Nongshim. GE are also playing, I mean, a very reserved style in this round, hoping to see anything from Nongshim early on. So we'll get a little bit of a slower round out here, which I almost think might play in the hands of GE. Given that, you know, a few of these rounds they've been losing some opening duels. There's been quite a number of sort of chaotic early to mid rounds. They get a full 5-on-5 take on the A side here with a 2-on-5. How does that go? You'd think GE might just have enough to bust their way through, but they have a couple of trips to get past once again.
Leaning into the weaker stack. One going to be cleared out. X-Ross at the ready with that recon as the paranoia comes through. It's going to be that drop down, point blank though, and Uniton winning the fight as Hunter's Fury there at Ivy flushes him out into the open. Patman's able to find it.
Yeah, this might be over now. 3v5 for a retake here for Nongshim. That overdrive surely has to come through here for Danby. He's going to try with the Phantom initially, but taken down. Francis for 2.
Lockdown now going to be invested with
Damn,
Patman.
Patman.
RB having to do it all.
Patman with 4.
Off the starting point. 4K for Patman, and the round close out. As well as the map for Global Esports. 13-6.
Yeah, and they're not even excited about it, which I don't think they necessarily need to be, right? That was a foregone conclusion for quite a while. I mean, they know they've still got a bit of a job to do here for the second map as well. But, yeah, a little bit too easy, I think I have to say there for GE. Patman had a great day. Autumn had a great day. And then you had a pretty decent cameo in there as well from Yudotan, who I think kind of flew under the radar a little bit, but still put up 17 kills in that map. So, overall, everything working to perfection for GE. And it feels like Nongshim, I think by and large it didn't really feel as though they turned up in the server. There was a couple around there where maybe Danby had his moments. You had a couple of decent holds on the defensive half, but you know, no timeouts, questionable couple of clutches going the opposite direction. Where was Nongshim?
Yeah, I mean, so much of that first half was just hesitation, timidness.
Yo, what is this song?
Normally going to be running at you and getting in your face. We were not seeing that at all. I felt like Nongshim was very much playing scared, playing with hesitation, not just trusting in their own abilities. And I think a lot of that has to do with these massive role changes that they decided to undertake. And frankly, I think if we're going to be seeing that carrying over into Breeze, if they decide to have the same thing, it's like, okay, we need to have a jet online for that map. So RB, you're still playing it. I think it's going to be very rough tidings and maybe a very early exit from the evening here at the studio for Nongshim Red Force. Global Esports, they've clearly showed up prepared. They've showed up heated up. And yeah, they now have the upper hand. We'll see what happens when we get over to that Breeze. But for now, we'll send things over to the analyst desk to break down the action.
That is right. This could be over a lot sooner than we anticipated. 13-6 is the scoreline.
Oh.
GE takes this very, very quickly.
They are in just such sick form right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this is the best. This stage in particular is the best that GE have ever looked. Like honestly,
Yeah.
this team is looking phenomenal.
I mean, they're looking fantastic. They're yet to drop a map here. Absolutely dominated Nongshim. But I mean, you have to ask the question of what's going on inside Nongshim, because this is horrendous. It's not even close to good. If they can't get a summit together, they're going to be starting every series 0-1. I think Ascent is just not looking good, especially this defensive side. They've shown 3 different looks on it now, and just nothing. I'm not convinced by anything they're putting together.
There's a lot to unpack here in this map, and we're going to get deep into it, especially that gentleman over there on the jet, which many years ago, this was a sight to behold, but we're going to dig into that a little bit later.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Achilles and Elfish.
Okay, well, we've avoided a potential catastrophe. Back onto the same comps here on Breeze that Nongshim haven't been running because the RB Jet, it was fun. It was fun in you know.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Kind of bad.
How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing?
Set on the shelf for 4 years. You finally popped it open. And you're like, oh, this is turned to vinegar.
Yeah.
So didn't really hold up too well. They pivot back. They go to what has been more comfortable for them, what has been working on this map. Global Esports also changes for themselves.
Yeah, it's true, but I mean, for Global Esports, another comfortable map. We've seen them on Breeze quite a lot. You saw the stats there. They have a pretty reasonable win.
The coach must have thought that Ascent was not winnable. They took no timeouts.
Map probably could have been a little bit closer had Nongshim converted on the rounds, which they should have. It might have even gone maybe double digits. So let's not count Nongshim out just yet. So, GE begin their campaign in an attempt for a 2-0 today. It's not a great start. RB with some tags through the smoke gets the better of Yudo Tan, and now GE are down a man.
Well, Harvey will be able to find X-Ross, but RB with a second. Smoke's eliminated. Make this a bit more difficult.
And they got the veto on Breeze.
Really try to have any scale forward onto the A site, but and really even try to lean in that direction.
It's going to be slow progress in the rest of this round for GE. Shift walking their way toward A main, hoping they can find a duel against Ivy. It's probably not going to happen. This is a pretty impossible line to win a duel on. It's more of an info gathering line.
He just missed.
Picks a line.
Seems to back up a hell of a lot faster than he is,
Jesus.
Surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a slow creep back. It was a delayed reaction on the initial shot as well.
Now Patman's out on the side.
They hurt him. Can we wait?
They're all going to be spotted, and they have enough
Nice.
distraction, so RB will be able to collect that third kill. Crystal down to 2 will fall, and Nongshim will get themselves their first pistol of this series.
Yeah, scary for a moment there for Nongshim, though, to be fair. When GE was walking their way onto the side, I thought, okay, anything could really happen here. RB, nice 3-0 start to this map. We had our criticisms on that first map when he was on the jet, but he can come back alive here. Nongshim could still be in the conversation.
They don't squander this one here. Seeing, in addition to the round 4 thrifties, a hell of a lot of anti-ecos getting dropped across all the regions. As a jump out through that smoke, and well, Uton, he's able to find X-Ross.
Yeah, wants to pick the pace up, but slowed down by the relay bolt.
Spray and pray. Francis rewarded as well, dash in. Downbeat able to find a hit
Downbeat's
fire.
low. They're gonna wrap.
Down to 11, but the rest of the team should have him covered. As Downbeat fishing for that pick will eventually be able to find it, rather. As that'll be Patman dead.
Nice.
Okay, one casualty. All the key weapons going to be carried over. Just the Marshal left on the floor. Nongshim get the 2-0.
Yeah, got a plan there. Something for GE. I thought maybe Patman might get one more on the back end. Could have brightened the day a little for GE to start the map off, but not the end of the world. Gun round yet to come. This will be the big one for GE. Get to have a bit of a better idea of what they're going to bring to the table on this attack. Pretty easy hold, particularly with that spam through from Francis to bring about the second kill. Once you get to a 3v5, it tends to feel really quite comfortable. You have a lot of coverage still with those 5 players rotating over to the same side. So solid stuff from Nongshim. Let's see what we get here, though, in the bonus round.
Right here. Let's see if they can try to get this Phoenix activated. It's been very slow to start. X-Ross to find too much, so not in that ideal position where you would be having that ultimate online going into the bonus. TP the corner. Meanwhile, okay. X-Ross with the critical kill.
Yeah, Danby was looking for it as well. Crystal here with a shock dart. Ooh, under a bit of pressure. Danby wants to go forward.
Missed the stun.
On the offensive.
To get him off the line, get the gun.
So that gun, but RP going to be taken down. Patman able to find an opening.
Hey, Ivy's going to take B main space.
Ivy, he is re-wrapping out towards window.
Got to be quick, though, because Nongshim are on the move.
He hasn't made enough noise.
Oh,
That's the head spotted. They ping him out. Meanwhile, though, Patman going to be taken down. And now, rather than go through the window, I mean, they know where he's at, but they're still giving him an opportunity. They managed to win
Yeah.
the fight. A little bit of damage going to be suffered. The dash forward though, and Yudotan taken down.
Nongshim with the bonus.
Here at main,
Nice.
high-low setup. And okay, Nongshim Red Force, they'll get a bonus conversion of their own.
Nongshim are looking much more comfortable already here on Breeze. Rubber the Green is not going the way of GE anymore. These opening picks, I didn't think that was necessarily a bad attempt from Patman, but perhaps would have liked to have seen a double swing there in main. He's going to go for a dry peek like that, have someone else swing from the other side as well. At least then you can go 1 for 1. GE maybe just feeling it a little bit too much off the back of that first map, thinking, okay, we can just roll over Nongshim here, but need to see a little better from GE if they want to close this out 2-0 today.
Well, look, we listened in the Nongshim. In the previous map, they were able to get a thrifty in round 4, so I'm going to try to offer that over to Global Esports as well and see if they can very much do the same as they try to bring these Sheriffs and Bandit to bear. Let's see if they can take down Nongshim.
They shoot through smoke, so they don't know. They shoot through smoke from side.
Guys, I do a tight wall,
Okay, guys, they will drone right now. Ready?
Okay, ready?
I drone.
I flash left side, I flash left.
Backside, two, Harbor also, Harbor also.
I flash mid side, then...
Harbor backside.
Oh, sorry, you do. However, left side, guys.
Okay, I go with Yudo.
Oh,
Big damage.
I got on Yudo, I cannot pick. Boy, he's close.
Nice.
Well, MT there, but it's a flawless for Nongshim.
Yeah.
Not allowing for that thrifty to come through, so 4-0 to start. Global now back into another bye.
Yeah, look, I mean, sometimes not much you can do in a round like that one. There was a bit of an idea, obviously, from Crystal there to see if he could get the troops in, but as soon as you don't get the entry in a round like this, it becomes very, very difficult to recover as the team that is running around with pistols. So every second you delay, the rotation's coming through. That means there's an extra 2 or 3 players on that side to provide even further angle coverage. So another flawless out from Nongshim, and it has been flawless in the second map thus far. 4-0. Extros getting confident, it would seem, wants to play close towards A main. In the end, pushed away by that dark cover. Slow start to this round, which GE might appreciate. Haven't really been given the opportunity to just take map control without some kind of harassment happening.
It's good. Good use of a dart.
So much. It is only that A main position.
Or good use to draw out the dart.
Toward middle, nothing over towards B really.
Then GE just draw out the dart. And they get the ping.
For the split. I'm just fearing to try to open things up.
Oh.
Can't hold the door. Autumn just pushes forward. Will finally be finished off as Francis does manage to find the one, but Downey now dead. East side severely weakened up as near side just come through. RB able to find that kill on the Patman, but Francis now
Yudotan.
Nongshim on the back foot as RB swings the corner. Javi's dead.
Yudotan was not spotted on the cross, though. I don't think they're going to expect him that deep in the site.
I don't know if Crystal's going to be ready for this. He's looking on the angle, though. Seems like he has a decent read, but I still train forward.
Oh.
Okay, gets it done. Keeps himself protected, and RB none the wiser.
Yeah, they had no idea where Yudotan was. He was really in a strong position. It's easy to overlook. You would have thought he was playing back towards main, maybe over to the right side there. Instead, he was on the left. And GE have their first round of the map. It's early days, obviously, but it is something to build off of.
That's a big one to be found, because you did have that Hunter's Fury invested, so kind of needed to be able to get it off the ground, but you also do get that reckoning out of RB. So some added benefits here sprinkled in for Global Esports, but still a little bit more costly than they would like.
Yeah, it's still hanging in the balance as well for GE. You can't just win this one round and then go on to lose the next 1 or 2, because the circumstances don't change too much. GE now need to find a
Hey, don't
way
be
to
on a
put
passive
pressure
line.
onto Nongshim, and it might be Autumn with the op that will do so.
He's on the move, with the wall raised, allowing him to try to
No,
get a
wait.
little bit of a deeper angle.
He has an off angle. Yep.
Autumn's trained in.
That's crazy, because that is a defensive Ivy wall. Danby knows when that's going down. Autumn does not.
He just doesn't know where Autumn's going to be. He puts himself out. It's just a little bit too much exposure. Cannot nail the hospital flick. So, the advantage again to the hands of Global Esports is Crystal. He's going to be the one having that passed over as Autumn
Mid-walk.
the Vandal.
They need at least a trade.
Not going to work out.
Okay, even better.
No coverage there from the rest of the team. So, nice, intelligent mid-round push from Nongshim brings this back to a 4-on-4.
Really good re-clear for them.
GE will respond by trying to clear out the A side. And it looks like Harvey's going to be able to port in deep as well, which will be a headache
at all.
for Nongshim.
Oh.
Register where Javi had TP too. Ultimately now, it doesn't really matter. They're going to fan out to this position anyway. Hunter's Fury going to be called in. Does interrupt that plan. Yudotan taking that first pulse, manages to dodge out the remainders, and Xros now on the floor as Autumn will be able to find that kill. It's a 3v4 now.
I'll be trying to get
Still trained in at mid with that operator. There's the
Oh.
with the shot, but RB spotted and he can't find a punish. Francis, however, will be able to scale in, finds himself one. RB gets another. Yudotan going to be taken down. Autumn, the heal coming in from the evolution. Pushes him back up to 100.
RB has Cove.
Crystal here, this is such a thorn in their side, so Cove has to be called in to try to block off that vision. He's looking to try to scale past it again. The off shot going to be going wide.
Oh, what a cover by RB.
Tap to defuse the spot out. RB.
Nice, nice 4K from
And Nongshim stop Global Esports
RB.
getting to run this back.
Yeah, you're exactly right in what you're saying, that position from Crystal was a real problem for Nongshim. That Cove, perfect. It forces Autumn to push his way forward. He actually doesn't have to do anything there if Crystal is holding that line, because the info is there. You only swing if the shot comes through, but in the end, it's now kind of Autumn isolated on the side. He feels like he has to make
Flash didn't pop because of the smoke.
And he kind of runs into an awkward fight in the end. And obviously at that point, I mean, it's pretty much round over. There's really nothing Crystal can do here. He tries to jump spot. Ends up going down, and things not exactly going to plan here for Global Esports. So time to get a bit of an earlier timeout from Platoon, which, you know, we really didn't see at all in the first half from Nongshim. So let's see how much of an impact GE's coaching staff can have in trying to turn this half back on its head.
Well, called one to close out the previous map. Ended up working there. See if it can be very much the same for them to try to find another round win, because they do need to have quite a bit of recovery, it feels like, already in this half. Rough on that attacker's side. I have to suspect that they wanted to get the Sova into a deeper post-plant position, utilize the shock darts, so therefore Crystal gets the operator, but certainly a little bit less ideal compared to having Autumn just maintain control of that op. Is going to be a lot more reliable with it, as shout-outs to our lovely cosplayers. You ever done cosplay?
I have. Do you want to have a guess at what I cosplayed? It wasn't a Valorant character. This was well back in the day.
Is it a game or
a TV show?
TV show?
TV show.
I'll have to mull that over.
Yeah. I think if I tell you, you'll go, oh, that makes sense.
See if I can suss it out. For now. That can come in.
Oh.
Vandal, but okay. Well, Zombie with the op, able to find Patman.
Francis
are whiffing. Francis is not. Yudotan dead. Seems like they try to get the Thrifty over the line. Not to be. So there could be some pretty critical turnarounds here in this round, but yeah, that's not going to happen. Autumn. A 1v5 ace certainly would be impressive, but doesn't seem like it's in the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yudotan was really the key to victory there for GE, and certainly had the opportunity with the Bladestorm to get something done. Got a number of those knives off, but just not connecting, and so there's no punching power for GE to get into that site. Another flawless. This half is starting to look a little bit too easy for Nongshim, and we may be getting a repeat of map 1 to map 2, but the roles are reversed. It is GE now that are getting beaten up a little bit in the server, and even off the back of that timeout, having no success. The question will be whether or not the timeout discussion was for that Thrifty, or whether it was for this round here. Guns in hand. GE have to make this work.
Spot of the shoulder. Right there. Just back away, but RB wise to this mid-scaling. Drone to chase forward, see what it can spot out. We'll just catch Patman, but doesn't let them realize how far forward Javi has gotten. Did he catch a glimpse? Javi certainly did see RB, but I don't think he spotted, but
timing.
Very nice time to slide in at Nest.
Yeah, another opening pick for Nongshim, making matters worse for GE. Yudotan. This is really a 50-50 fight for him. It probably doesn't go his way in the end with the Guardian. Francis gets the better of him. Just an awkward one in the end for Yudotan, and that makes, again, matters a little worse for GE, as they're now down to a 3-on-5. They do have some territory in mid, but that pre-rotate over towards B is going to be
Patman sees him.
reinforcing the site nicely. And Damage just making no mistake right now with the op in hand.
Patman just didn't have enough to try to get that headshot in cleanly, so does dink him and take him down low, but hasn't been able to finish the job. And yeah, we'll just run him down. It's going to be back-to-back flawlesses here for Nongshim, now up 7-1.
Francis 11-1.
You're probably considering having to call that second timeout already, maybe ahead of the next buy, but This has not been going your way whatsoever.
Yeah. GE are really struggling to find the opening fights, and not only that, but even in the duels, like even if it's just a 50-50 duel, they don't seem to be closing those out to the extent that they should be. So that's making matters worse. Scoreline 7-1. Nongshim are looking supremely confident at the moment, and just nothing working for GE. They can't take space comfortably. They can't win fights.
I mean, 13-2 for RB, 11-1 for Francis. Need X-Ross to do a little bit more. He's on my build there, so.
Yeah. It is a bit of a curse, to be fair.
Well, they didn't give me my points from yesterday. Highway robbery, either way. Coming out with the Outlaw, trying to find a quick and easy shutdown, but Harvey TPing over to no man's land, but Batman is unable to find a couple kills.
No more pit.
Trying to keep this competitive. Meanwhile, X-Ross is looking for that second, but Crystal will be able to peel one back, but RB still alive.
1v2.
Still looking to thrive. The blind is in. Yurtan's dead. 8-1. The pain shall
crowd is out.
Yes, GE starting to have to think about sunset, maybe. Because there ain't no sunrise right here on Breeze for them right now. They are just
damn, man. Map is about to end and it's about to be 2:30.
Nice little port there from Harvey, kind of throws the aim off. The swing comes through. The spacing was nice for GE, but just at the back end there, that wave strolling through the site, making it a little too easy for RB to isolate these duels, and then Yuratan might not have even seen what was coming. So 8-1, Nongshim on top, and they're going to go aggressive into A.
This just feels like we flipped a switch here. Polar opposite performances from both of these teams. As Global Esports going to be contained, Huntersphere going to be hauled out, but okay, Batman able to find the one, but Downby cleans up a kill on Autumn. Now he's contained back over towards door. Look at that, just run him down. It will be RB pushing his way back in as X-Ross from backside. Lets himself another kill. Will make his exit, but not before he finds Javi. Gets that follow-up kill right before the ult expires. RB's got the finisher. It is 9-1.
I mean, this is just such a non-event.
It's been 10 rounds. Nobody has crossed 5
kills.
kills.
Go from doing this to Nongshim on Ascent to now having it done back to them on Breeze. It is a complete tale of 2 maps. It sets us up for a nice finish on Sunset if we ultimately do get there. I think that's obviously where we're headed right now, but these rounds are not even close. GE are getting slaughtered. Which is, you know, it's kind of a little bit refreshing to see Nongshim have a decent map here and there, because their season so far has been pretty rough. I really thought they were going to get rolled here 2-0 after seeing that first map, but credit to Nongshim for the recovery.
I don't know how he's even gotten that one. It was such a delayed reaction from Downby, but will end up being a 2 for 2. Is Yuratan going to be spotted? The spam taking him down to about 56. Paranoia, Ivy. I guess didn't want to reposition because of the approach from that tunnel side. Either way, walk forward, kill going to be found. A little bit of damage in. Shock Dart ends up rebounding a bit too deep. As Yuratan will find Francis, and okay, Global looking for that second round win unless X-Ross can do something about it.
Wouldn't be too surprised to see it.
He's got
he has 2 flashes.
Crystal though, he's going red, but Crystal will have the headshot. Clean little one tap, and Global, they double up.
I mean, it's something. Obviously going to need this third in the half to have any semblance of anything for GE in the second, plus of course the pistol in that second half. Another kind of messy round. GE just sort of thriving in it a little bit more so. This time they get, instead of 2-for-1 trades, they kind of go 2 for 2 in middle there and find those openers over onto B. Ivy though, I mean, he very nearly recovered from that paranoia in time and maybe could have ended up actually winning that duel, holding that site down. So these little things just working out for GE in round 11, but still got to get past one more in this half to have anything to say.
And that's Paranoia out nice and early. Can't find the kill though. Dash in.
Oh, almost got him.
Shot. Won't be able to find it, but has a backup weapon. We'll just give up that space. So a site going to be claimed here by Global Esports. So they look to make this a 9-3.
5v5 retake.
All of Nongshim though able to get recollected, clustered back up for a swift retake.
This is about as good of a round as we've actually seen for GE there. In the site, they've got a 5-on-5 post plan.
Everyone is alive. Certainly a big boon. Ivy on this approach. Just
Oh.
That he does. Pitting back in from this position.
Oh, one tap.
RB one away from the wave.
You can get into a spot to actually utilize it. As you say, that Reckoning, I think, a lot more of an urgent threat here for Global. Evolution going to be popped, the jump up over the top, and Autumn has run out of bullets. X-Cross able to find the one.
Ooh, X-Cross.
Francis cleans up
V3.
RB dead, but to no
X-Cross with
matter, X-Cross
3.
will find the 3K. The pit will be popped in celebration as Nongshim make it 10-2.
Yeah, got there in the end with the pit, didn't we? But didn't really feel like any of those ultis that were mentioned ever ended up having any kind of an impact. Still 10-2 for Nongshim. Talk about impact. That first half, certainly a resurgence after watching map 1. Ivy, such a clean shot on in, and then thought maybe Autumn might have one of those rounds after getting that pick onto Danby, but couldn't quite make it come together. Nice stuff from X-Ross again, and I think worth highlighting, you know, having him back over onto the duelist seems to have really worked out nicely for Nongshim. RB looking more comfortable, X-Ross looking more comfortable, Nongshim in general looking more comfortable. So maybe what the Des was saying certainly ringing true here for map 2, and you have to say, I think it's time to start thinking about map 2.
Damn.
Surely can't
If Nongshim win pistol, it's gonna be 2 maps in about 1 hour. That's crazy.
He's going to be a lot more comfortable compared to playing a Jet from 4 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Unthinkable. I can't think which character you cosplayed as. For some reason, my brain initially said House, but like
House.
You would have to.
No, I was much younger. I was much younger when this was like I was a teenager when I did cosplay. So we're talking like, let's say a Scooby-Doo character, not Scooby-Doo, obviously.
What, Fred?
No, I'm flattered. I really am flattered that you think I'm a Fred and not a Shaggy, but it was Shaggy.
Okay, I got you. Well, team 4 and 5. Just a shocking performance here in a positive way for Nongshim. Glance up, can see the outline of Chober up there on his co-stream setup doing the boaster pose, but I think it's been out of relief this time rather than out of sorrow and despair for the previous map.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a very winnable series now on both sides. It does have to be said. Who really knows what we're going to get from Sunset? Slow and steady wins the race in the pistol. As far as Nongshim are concerned, a pistol round win here would pretty much win them the map. So they don't want to make a mistake, but GE are being pretty active. Push out of B, hasn't seen any.
Oh.
Okay, well, Yudotan, he kept his eyes trained on the window, but Ivy's able to find that kill.
Oh.
Real problem is Harvey has slipped past, so you do lose a player there, but you gain some serious territory.
I mean, they can know that somebody pushed out of mid.
And I think that's the right choice, right? He could make a massive flank happen here.
He's going to hope that he can just try to get in on that back line. At least intercept any rotations, but as we can see, Nongshim, they are just...
Oh, nobody's looking back.
Enacted on this side of the map. The approach getting ever closer here from Javi, trying to play it out a little bit more patiently, finds that kill, but now Nongshim reading this one. Danby, however, going to be taken down as well. Damage to the hands of Global Esports. Spot for the one, Patman. Oh, the one tap clean. RB looking for a little bit more. Will end up getting run
Ivy's
over,
all the way in
now
spawn.
approach, but the plant is just not going to be for him. The defuse could just be stuck, and he's got no snake bite to try to interrupt this, so this pistol ends up getting out of the hands of Nongshim very quickly.
All right, how doable really is this for GE? How strong is their defensive half? It's time to find out. Maybe the dream is still alive. It's a grim-looking scoreboard, does have to be said, but this is the way to start to recover it. With the pistol round, they'll need a good, clean anti-eco here, and then a bonus round win as well. But if they can get rolling, if they can start to get those ultis online, maybe. Autumn, I've seen some good stuff from him with the op on this map in the past. Perhaps we'll see a little bit more from Yudotan as well on that Jet 6 and 12. Get a bit more freedom on the defense than you do on the attack.
Looking to try to catch any stray kills that he can get. Quick little dash backs down the Hobby, the real reveal there, but he's able to slip the net. Gami now going to be taken down as Autumn arrives over at half wall.
Spike planted.
Towards tunnel, nothing spotted. Shock darts at the corner. And not to be led by a curveball. Yudotan will just plant his feet, hold his own, cleans it up, and that's going to be a flawless anti-eco for Global Esports.
That's what you want. And to be fair, I think we could say that Nongshim did a little better in the second half of Ascent. Maybe that's GE's turn now to pick up a couple rounds.
If GE won bonus, then we have a map.
That was the easy job. Now they've got to get through the bonus, which will be a little bit tougher. Investment's going to come through here for Nongshim. We'll start to, you know, see Danby get put to work on that Neon, seeing if he can slide on in, find some space. Extros will be there to back him up. This is the first proper test for GE in the half. If they can get past this one, they can do it cleanly. We might start to believe, but for now, still feels as though Nongshim are very much in control of this game at the moment.
Interceptor. Slow approach here for Nongshim, taking their time. Just waiting out that util.
Don't place.
Here.
Okay, just set up on the smoke. Just trying to get X-Ross forward, collect that orb in all likelihood. Meanwhile, though, Javi, more of an unorthodox position, top of bricks. Let's see if that ends up going red here. Drone out should be able to spot it.
Ready for Ivy.
Go through, has it confirmed, and oh,
Bro.
okay, he gets the one, but he's gonna die to the blaze wall.
Not something you see every day. GE forced away from the site for now. Going to have to be happy rather to play the retake.
Plants in, no mid approach. Ivy.
Ultimate ready.
Able to stay tucked to your doors, and now the reckoning got to be
To
on
rare
for RP.
blaze wall. Kill.
He's holding for it, waiting for the perfect time, and it looks like it's going to be
Wait for the
damn
dart.
good one.
Scale getting ready to come through. There's the wave. The crash across holds them back for now. Is
Bro.
Ivy unable to maintain control of that position. Now in front of Pyramids. Susceptible. Big scale forward. Curveball into the face of Francis to find the first kill. Skibathon will get taken down. Crystal finding one. Ross looking for the cheeky little readjust. Loses his life, but in the end, Nongshim able to close out this anti-bonus. 2 players surviving.
Yeah. First nail in the coffin for GE on this map. It was a good attempt. Thought with that opening pick on the retake, they might actually be able to make something happen, but just still a little bit too much to do. That wall still up with the wave, kind of cutting the site in two, and then RB very comfortable, sitting inside of his own util, peeking out on the perfect timing as well.
Love that angle from Francis as well. Just set against the wall enough that he can get that headshot through in the wall bang and also avoid the curveball from his teammate. But Nongshim now looking to try to push this up to map point and extend this to sunset. Let's see if they can get it done as we take a quick little listen in on our first big buy round.
전진 나온 거 조심하고.
둘 다 넘어가봐. 스모크 해봐.
스면 뺑 깜. 깠어.
전에 한번 붙였다. 뺑 깔게요.
망상 못 가. 야 잡았다.
Oh.
사이트 있다. 사이트 있다.
We accelerate off the pick.
왼쪽 먼저 왼쪽으로 밀어줄게. 기다려. 왼쪽 갈게요. 야 왼쪽 트랩 있다. 찍었어. 가운데 찍었어.
Oh.
교전 볼게. 뺑.
1번 있었어. 2번 있었어 얘들아.
얘들아 미드 하나. 나 들켰다.
I mean,
Gee, you have to save.
considering the save here. Try to play this out. I don't think X-Ross would have been able to spot them, but how much is that going to matter? We'll have to just wait and see. Ivy's still going to be on this later
Oh, they're gonna retake.
At least Yudatan is.
If he dies, which he will, I think you have to try to abandon this.
It doesn't seem like GE thinks the same, and they're just going to be giving those ulti charges over to Nongshim. Batman gets one, but I mean, really, what can you expect here? He's just going to get picked on the way out. So Francis is now one away from the Hunter's Fury. He picked up all 3 in that post plan. Gonna be a nice tool for Nongshim to try to close this map out. You'd presume that he'll probably be the one to get the plant down if it does come for Nongshim.
Very curious. Felt like a pretty obvious 3DX safe scenario there for Global Esports, but maybe just trying to make a miracle happen.
Timeout.
Well, it's going to be the timeout call here from Platoon, perhaps just to, you know, rescue the mental and get them ready for that 3rd map.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine this is anything but, because it really at this point, if you're going to call a timeout here and have anything to say about how can we win this, you know, this half, why would it come at 12-4? Why not come at 10-4?
Danby,
right?
Francis.
It surely has to just be, hey, look,
Wow,
guys,
they have all of
we're
them.
gonna win this map, but we've still got another map in the back pocket. Let's
Danby,
see
Francis,
what we can do
X-Cross,
here, but
RB.
not get too agitated if
And
things don't
Ivy.
go our way. Not even really much needed to be said on the Nongshim side of things. Looks like they're taking the opportunity to just have a bit of a rest. I think that's, you know, their prerogative, given they're up 12-4.
Well, if they're going to be able to spark an 8-round run back and take this into overtime and close it 2-0 off of this timeout here, I don't know what I would do, but
I'll find them.
props to Global Esports, I suppose. It does feel like it's just a matter of shaking off this loss here. Getting ready for that third and final map of the series. Evolution going to be popped nice and early here by Autumn.
Hunter's Fury as well for Francis. He picked up the orb. So Nongshim ready to
RB
go.
has early timing, but he's in an angle.
I think he slotted just
They
enough
don't
against the
know.
wall to not be seen. Yeah, Yutan has absolutely no idea, but it absolutely still snap on for the kill. Meanwhile, Autumn, he's going to go on a walkabout, and Ivy doesn't win the fight.
They're gonna accelerate
They
off
missed it,
of.
but the
But the
executor's happening elsewhere.
judge.
Patman, spotting out that hand, and next Ross will fall. Judge able to find some value as Crystal gets himself a second elimination.
Okay.
Now all on Francis. Just trying to collect it, but there's the recon reveal. Yutan finds it, and Global Esports will get themselves a 5th.
Jobs not yet done for Nongshim. They're going to have to try again. Money's still there to afford a bite. GE reinvest.
Still one off a pit, though. Patman been able to find that second kill. You would have that ready to go into that next round. He decides to try to push out into B main to collect that orb and just have that ulti online. Hunter's Fury still just able to be tabled.
Doesn't really get any easier for GE from here. They are fighting for their lives. Every single one of these rounds, they have to pretty much put everything in.
GE fighting.
Indeed.
Ivy
Right here.
getting ushered forward. Crystal seemingly having the read, but it's going to be Poppy having the shot. And meanwhile, everything's back over on B. Still not working out so well. It's going to be Francis alone yet again. This time in a 1v4.
Well, that was clean. Blink and you miss it. That was a great round from GE. If they could have a few more like that, then they might start to believe. But the problem is, again, you make one mistake and this game is over. If GE starts in the defensive side, or if they even have maybe 4 or 5 rounds to play with instead of 3, maybe we could make something of this half. But right now, this just feels like it is such a stretch for GE to make this one competitive. I'm not even hating what I'm seeing on the defensive half, you know, I think it's decent enough, but it's so hard to pull back when you've got 0 lives left to play with. So all it takes is someone to lose an aim duel at an awkward time, and then that's the game over. And that just sometimes happens. No buy-in this time from Nongshim, just that hero rifle for Xros, so still kind of trying to play with GE a little bit, but not over-invest. Attention will be turned a little bit more so to the actual gun rounds.
Francis tagged up a bit. Still a drone at the ready. Curious if, off the initial contact, if Patman just moves forward, drops the pit.
Take flight.
Would love to keep it, though. It's just going to be exchanged. Relay pull took back a sight, dodged out. Patman having it just tuck away. Blinded up for now as Hunter's Fury is going to be invested into this one. Francis wants to try to bring this to an end right here, right now. Xros a little bit lost in the sauce here, spamming away, trying to find that elimination. Won't be able to make it happen, though. And it's a 2-player advantage in the hands of Global Esports. Spike is planted. They're going for the reckoning, but Arby's already dead.
There they are.
Nongshim are sending absolutely everything at this. Finally, they're coming up fairly empty-handed. Francis down to 35, swings the corner, dead.
They're so
Ivy
low.
now having to do it all.
Snake bite will slow them down a little bit.
They are dangerously low. Paranoia finding nothing to tap.
Oh.
Turn to the side. One player dead, has to go
Oh,
to
they're
reload.
so low.
The double up on the angle. The kill will be there. The defuse will come in. That got very close to going Nongshim's way, but critically it does not. And they invested a ton.
Yeah, definitely a little too close for comfort for GE, but they're very happy to get that over the line. Like you say, a lot invested. Hunter's Fury, Reckoning as well. So Nongshim were certainly giving that one their best crack, and unable to get it over the line. It kind of relieves a little bit of pressure, I want to say, for GE. You saw that he had a number of ultis online ready to go.
Oh my god.
And they are certainly giving Platoon a bit of a heart attack as well, but you know, this is, dare I say it, slowly starting to look doable for GE. Another round or two, and I might be fully on board. It's that's going to be ripped early for Patman. I think that's a wise decision. You need to have some kind of tempo in this round early on in the piece, and having him drop that pit over towards B just sort of frees up what Crystal can do around the rest of the map.
Paranoia out. Obby just a reposition. Smattering damage found on the down B. Now Francis as well, tagged at 48. Their own pit, however, going to be in play, but I think the spike is just outside of it.
Hard to see on the minimap there, but
it's not in it. Not at all.
No, not at all, yeah.
Okay, maybe a bit of a misfire here. Either way, this now has to have them stay forward. Downbeat's going to be taken down as that Hunter's Fury comes in. Yuda's on up and over. Will eventually be tracked by RB, but Autumn just backfills that space, cleans up another kill. Strauss able to find, however, 2 big ones. Now 1 away from having that run it back online. This should be Nongshim getting this over the finish line as Javi tucks away. Shocked out, however, takes the blow. Ivy on the
game
spam.
is
Finds
over.
the kill, and pit be damned, seems like they just don't need it. As there's nothing more for Autumn to do. He'll get some kills, nearly closes it out, but it will be Ross. Showing up with a 3K to make this a 13-7 in Nongshim's favor. We are going over to Sunset.
Yeah, unfortunately for GE, that did kind of feel like it was an inevitability after the second half. Similar to Nongshim, they did kind of put up a decent effort in that defensive side, but end of the day, you are just never getting away with a 10-2 deficit and sort of putting that one back together unless you have some kind of miracle. So, as we were saying, throughout the majority of that map, does feel like Sunset is on the cards, and now it has certainly been confirmed. Some good to obviously take away for GE once again, but you know the takeaways really are there for Nongshim, that they can still compete and they can still come back from a bit of a battering on map 1. So I'm quite looking forward to a map 3. I think again, composition-wise, there was a lot of conversation there for Nongshim, and I'm sure that that map is going to start to answer some of the questions that might have been had. Whether or not we see RB back on the jet, I think remains to be seen, but I'm leaning to
What has this been muted for?
Yeah, I think, you know, a little flash in the pan experiment, and if it never happens again, I think that's totally fine for both the team and myself. But, yeah, Global Esports, I think we're going to just be seeing same comps. They played this Sunset versus RQ, were able to take that 13-9 in the first week of games, so I think that they're going to be going back to feeling a little bit more comfortable. You get Yudaton over onto the Neon, you got Autumn back over onto that Phoenix as well, so should be a pretty decent setup for them. But Nongshim, the Sunset, it's not anything to shake a stick at, as you know, with the way that they've been playing it lately. So this could still very much go their way. A best of 1 on Sunset to decide it all. We'll see what happens there, but for now, let's pass things back over to the analyst desk.
I don't know, I was believing a little bit. It wasn't entirely impossible for GE to be able to make that comeback. They've done it before, but Nongshim absolutely had that in the bag. Other than those last few rounds, I mean, they were feeling pretty confident this was a much better Nongshim.
100%. I mean, both RP as
RB on your. Oh, huge slow. It's a 2v3. Oh, now it's a 2v2. Oh. They're just gonna bum rush B. Ooh. Ooh. My bad, RB. I was judging too quick. Keeping the Marshall. Everybody has full shields except for Crystal. I mean, it's pretty clear they're going B. Oh, just missed shot. They're not in. No way they drone B. No way they drone B and don't finish B. Spike. They're drawing a fake. It's a fake, guys. They know. They know. Oh, a jumping headshot. Barrel stuffed. Oh, wow. Oh, Dobby with two. Oh, what is with the stream lag? Very great hobby. Ooh, huge blind. No. Ivy? He's so low. Sheesh. Oh, I thought that tagged. What? I mean, I don't think the O was needed, but Francis without a kill, jeez. Jesus. Damn, Hobby with 3. Ooh. Oh my god. A 1v2. Bro, you think they get the trade, but the spacing just off. Are you gonna grab orb? We literally have space to grab orb. Oh, Francis got a kill. Ooh, 1v2 again. Jesus. GE is leveling up. Oh, they have a chance. Oh! What? Was there not two people looking at him? Just when you thought the round was over. What? See, they get the 2 picks from GE, then they get some share shots, pull out the ult. I mean, Patman's just watching him. That's crazy. Okay, Francis got his 3rd kill. Bro, stay alive. Damn, what a peak. And he gets away. He doesn't get away. The timing. TV2 now. Bro, so low. Jeez. These rounds are in a thin margin. Ooh. Oh, he's 1 HP. He's 1 HP. 2v2. We're gonna plant it. Oh, the timing. No! What? Nah, Francis. Come on, man. Nah. Oh, just bad crosshair placement. They don't suspect it. Oh, another wish. Oh, that's my Master's champ. Jesus. What a chaotic round. What's up? Yes, I am Carmelo Anthony. Bro, what a whiff. He's just like me. Bro's trying to get the spray down with the bulldog. Okay. Stairs. Punish. GE have to save. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Doing a lot of VCT content. All the way to Shanghai, Champ Shanghai, and more. Okay, GE Gamble A. Okay, slow round, a rare slow round. Seems like GE gambled correct. There's 30 seconds. There would have to be something that stops them. Ooh, big kill. In the smoke. No time. Doesn't break any cipher trips. Oh, the insert. Oh, they need to accelerate. Oh, Udatan has ult. Oh, what a good stun! What a big kill. Oh, he's so low. Why are we avoiding B if B's been the site we've been most successful on? There's 4. Dumby gets 2. Wow. Longship throw this, I go bald. Damn, Ivy's not playing. Missed the trip, but he got past it. Wow. Oh, that kill is big. he's 1 HP. GG. Noxian get their first win of the stage. All right. It's late. Good game so far. Excited to see what happens with T1, but fortunately it's time for me to sleep. I'll be back for Americas tomorrow. And that game's gonna be, I believe it's Sen. Yeah, G2 C9 Sentinels Loud. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.